Alright, today I'm going to take a little roll back in time from a story that I heard from a friend of mine. And I met this guy, his name was Raj, back in the late 90s, mid 90s. Guy had just moved in, came from Canada. I mean, he lived pretty much all his life in the Fitchburg, Leominster area. And it wasn't until up about 5 years ago, his son used to come over and visit. But I had to put a stop to it because the kid got way too drunk. Man, that kid was on a path of destruction. By the looks of it, he's been straightening it up and making a better life for himself, but you know how them drinking days can be. You gotta get out of it and grow out of it one day. If not, you're just gonna live a long life of misery. But you come out with this crazy ass story. And of course, it's a kept family thing. But I don't know. I guess he was at one time watching my videos or whatever, and me getting into ghosts. And I've always been into ghosts. And that's why I'm hoping one day to crack through this damn Cineblock that YouTube has put me in. And I'm starting to get a real lot of doubts of if I'm ever gonna break through with this. But I gotta keep pounding out the videos and advocate what I need to advocate. But right down now, this story went in the back burner on my mind. And I've been meaning to want to do it, but it's been coming up lately, so especially when you have all this stuff going on with dead people I keep finding. But like I say, man, for a reason things come up. And I don't know what I'm looking for, because I don't think, all right, we got a big Raj, we got a little Raj. I don't think the big Raj would ever tell me, because he does not believe in ghosts. I remember when I was talking to him about this and everything about ghosts. That's all fake. He's one of them non-believers, of course. But now I tried looking up this story and it doesn't come up, of course. I don't know how serious it was serious, but I don't know why it ain't in the papers or... But it's a bizarre story. It's very bizarre. I'm gonna go, dipshit. Oh, Jesus Christ, just sit there. But when I heard this story, it's like, what the hell? And I mean, this guy never ever brought it up. And it's got to do with this right here, Rocky Pond. Of course, you got Rocky still out on the pond. Let's see what I can do to park over here if I don't get yelled at. Yeah, I got a couple minutes. I just got to turn around up here so I can get a better view. Now, I guess this pond over here back in the, I want to say so, the late 60s, early 70s, this story occurred. And just a mind-blowing thing to come out with. Now, I guess my buddy there, Big Raj, he must have had like 5 or 6 brothers. And I've only met maybe 4 of them. I want to say 4. And yeah, there's one missing, of course. And he died at this Rocky Pond, I believe. Now, the catch of the story is is how he died. And there's been speculations that he was murdered. And if anybody has ever heard this story, because like I said, I don't know if I'll ever get it out. I don't know if I'll ever be told it. Because if I was to tell, my buddy there that, hey, if I could talk to the dead and try and get some information, try and get a reading or something out of this, I'd do it. But I don't think, like I said. But if anybody's ever heard of this story, like I said, which happened way back in the day. I'm coming out here. I think I'm going in their vehicle. Supposedly, the story goes that his brother was found at the ridge of the water line somewhere along this pond. And, yeah, he was dead. Drowned. But he wasn't in the water to be drowned, I believe it goes. He was, how does someone drown out of the water? So, the speculations of it being a murder, that someone stuck his head at the ridge of the base of the land and stuck his head and drowned him. There was supposed to be someone that might have been a suspect back in the day, but I think they left it as a accidental drowning. I believe that's what it was. When I got it from the story from his son, it was, kind of like a rough draft. But I'm putting in my own words of how I think it could have went down. Someone didn't like this guy, whatever the case may be, whether he ripped somebody off or he just knew something that I won't know and don't know. But to be found at the base of the of land and drowned it, or however it may be, I don't think he washed up on shore. That would be impossible due to this being a still, waves don't constantly come through this thing. So for the fact of him being drowned in, make it to land because, he washed up on shore, that's irrelevant. That's nuts. That couldn't happen. And the year of this, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going late 60s, early 70s. Now, if it happened in 73, there was a real, if it did happen, if someone ever heard of this story and can give me a year, I'd appreciate it. I don't know. I've been going through some hard times and I just lost touch. And I think when I transferred my phone over, I lost my buddy's number too. So, I can't even get in contact with him if I wanted to get the real story. But I think that's how it went. Body found at Rocky Pond. And I tried looking it up. Didn't see nothing. But if someone lived in there at them times, heard of that story, and give me an exact date, might be able to get a little more out of that. I could try and call the police or whatnot, do my own little investigation, but I don't know. All I know is that when stuff like this, comes up, I love to cover it. And being in the town, and like I said, if it happened in 73, I'm about to wonder. My thoughts and this ain't what happened, but there was a string of murders going around with women. But I wonder if that maybe that person knew the killer. But, I can't even say that. But that's what I gotta go by in the story of what I heard. I didn't get the full story because, of course, it was from the Sun, not the source. But I thought I'd share that. See if anybody that lived in Leominster ever heard of that story. Or anybody drowning in that pond. But other than that, someone had commented too, I guess. And there was a little bar here in this parking lot right next to the theater. The theater used to be there. There's a bar there. That was nice to find out from someone that used to live here. That was the last building standing, I guess, in this section. And it got probably torn down in the late 90s. The bar had owners that couldn't resolve problems or something, so they shut it down. And then eventually tore the building down. That kind of stinks. But that was off my photo that I did of that building, the Coca-Cola factory that was there. Nice to find out things. This place has been down and out for the past year now. I think this caught fire around last year this time. A lot of things going down crazy. Fires lately. There's been a lot of fires out there in buildings, boy. Ooh, big German Shepherd. But so many fires around here, it's not funny. And then at that's another thing. I would love to know the cause of fire. So when you get the article that the fire happened and they gotta do an investigation, still investigating. They never come out why it burned down. Then, that's another thing. Like, you find these dead bodies throughout town. Never an explanation of what happened. Or anything. Fire happened. Never explanation. I would like to know. And here's make a point. If someone's doing these fires on purpose. Then I happen to move in a building, or someone I know moves in a building. All of a sudden it's on fire. They're homeless. Is there a serial arsonist around, huh? Is there families that move in that don't like people? And then they say, I'm going to burn this whole place down. And I like to know the cause of these fires, Because there's a lot of them going down lately. I mean, if it's natural gas, well, then it's natural gas. But when you got these combustion flames, blasting out in the middle of the night, I want to know faulty wiring, space heater, something at least. Or crazy families of today getting mad at someone and burning something down, because I'd hate to see a friend, relative, these thoughts run through my mind. And when I've been seeing a lot of buildings go down, or the possibility could be right, the landlords can't keep up with them payments and insurance money. Get out. What's the easiest way to go? Burn the house down. Get all your money back. Get some money back or something, right? But other than that, I'd like to know these things, man. There are a lot of fires in this friggin'. One time, I counted 9 fires in 1 year. Buildings were out. So, it's like, what the hell's going on? Oh, and I gotta go over that picture I took of that newspaper article, and I forgot to call the damn person who took it. Because after the fire was out, I gotta do this video. I forgot all about that, too. Looks like there's a... damn it. Spirit in the house. Just like the one in Townsend. I gotta get them pictures up. I'll have to do that sometime today. And one of the many fires that had happened. Go figure. there was a spirit in the picture, so things I gotta do, so many things I forget. Hope you enjoyed that, and if anybody got any information on that story, let me know. Let me know if they ever heard of it. Dead body found at Rocky Pond. Till our next video, be safe, take care, and beware. You don't know what is out there. You don't know who's on one day will light your building on fire. Or someone drown you for no apparent reason. All kinds of crazy shit in this world. We gotta beware. Out.